Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. I often, on various videos on the live streams, I talk about the difficulty, period, in trying to make game production, game publishing your full time job. So, Douglas Cole, Gaming Ballistic, probably best known for supporting uh, GURPS and what is it? Uh, I have the damn box set. The GURPS dungeon game, their specific fantasy game, the fantasy trip. He's done some really good stuff supporting essentially his last Steve Jackson game stuff and his own stuff. Doug worked in engineering. Uh, I believe in 2020, the year that COVID hit. Doug turned to game creation publishing as a full time business. And I've been speaking with Doug. I've known Doug for over a decade. We converse once in a while, and I knew things were getting tough. Things were getting things were getting tight on the publishing side. And it's a sign of the times, I think. Uh, when inflation hits, when money gets tight, these things get tight. So, Doug has an announcement. As of December 2024, Gaming Ballistic must revert to the same status as it was from 2017 through 2020, a part time hobby business. To keep Gaming Ballistic as my sole business, I needed to grow. While there seemed to be a stretch where I'd pull between 450 and even 800 backers for a given project, that has dwindled to 200 to 450. So pretty much half. And Doug, he does the numbers. Doug treats this as any other job. He can be a number cruncher. He knows what's working and what isn't. Right now, it just isn't working. That's just not the right direction. So when a new opportunity to step back into the role of engineering management came in, I was predisposed to seize it. I can say that Mission X will happen and that the TFT, the fancy trip, DFRPG, that's again GURPS, uh, focused on dungeon crawling, dungeon fantasy. There we go, and possibly some sort of D&D version of the two manuscripts from David I have in my desk. Venture in that setting will eventually see print. I can no longer say specifically when those will be. I want to take the hundreds or thousands allowed me to run Gaming Ballistic. Real going concern since 2020. But we all must bend to reality, and for me, that means stepping into a new role. Folks, there's what? A saying, right? How do you make $2 million in the gaming industry? Put in four. How do you make a million? Put in two. It's not an easy business, and I really do. I have so much empathy for anybody who decides to make a full time effort out of what for many of us is a hobby, right? It's hobby publishing for so many of us. And in this case, for Doug, it's going back to being hobby publishing. Doesn't mean the end of Gaming Ballistic and the excellent work that Doug does, just means that it'll be more frequent releases. Support Doug, support the third party publishers, support the indie publishers. These are the people, not listen. Watsy could put out some very good stuff. They certainly have the money to put out quality product, at least physically. But the product that comes out from people like Doug Cole, Gaming Ballistic, is top notch. And that's what needs to get supported. And so when you go shopping at drive through, when you look at Kickstarters, I'm not saying you shouldn't back them from the big companies. I don't even know what defines a big company these days. But when the small one man, one woman are putting out quality work, I think you should consider backing their products, supporting them, making those purchases. That's that's just me. Folks, we're going to have some really interesting live streams the next couple of nights. Wednesday night, Jared Nielsen, World of Game Design will be our special guest. I expect a very lively chat. I expect a number of questions to be asked. I expect an equal number of questions to be answered. I don't know if everybody will like the answers they get, but I do believe Jared intends to be honest and forthright with everybody. So, and again, he reached out to us, reached out to me in particular, and I appreciate that. So we're going to have Jared on tomorrow. Now, Thursday, we are going to, this has apparently been confirmed, Ken Whitman will be a special guest on Thursday's live stream. The vlog of many things. Normally, the initial feed is hosted on Don Samura's uh, Wizard Tower Games channel, but it's always shared on this channel. Please, if you've been following Ken for the last decade plus, like I have, this is going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. I swear to God. Both of them are at 8 p.m. Uh, Ken essentially said, we can ask him anything. He looks forward to my questions. I do have a few. I'd like a little insight too. But yeah, both nights really should be top. So uh, now for today, if you haven't, perchance, I'm recording this at 4:30 in the afternoon on Election Day, November 5th. If you haven't voted, vote. I have gotten into arguments with people like, well, if all the candidates suck, I'm not voting. Listen, you're not just voting for the top of the ticket. You're voting for your councilman. You're voting for state senators. You're voting for Congress. You're voting on potentially laws that'll affect you. Vote. Okay? I don't care how you vote. That is your business. It's between you and God or you and your spouse or whoever you want to talk to about it. But vote. Okay? You're the only candidates suck. I gotta hold my nose. Then fucking hold your nose. Nobody said you had to like every candidate. You don't have to vote for every candidate. You don't have to vote for every job title that's up for grabs. Vote for the ones that you care about. Okay. On that note, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll this dice, roll them well. I'll be back again tomorrow. First live stream, World of Game Design, 8 p.m. Look forward to seeing you here. God bless. Good night.